that room over there.
Why does everything have to be so damn complicated?
You know, the faulty equipment storeroom's that way too.
Do you think we'll find the components we diverted there?
It's like a treasure vault. Woo! I like the sound of that.
So, how do we do this?
It's simple, really. We move the levers at the same time.
Got these ones.
I'll take left, which just leaves right, soldier boy.
Emergency lockdown is currently in effect.
So I heard that at the Game Awards they were going to show off a new Smash character, and I was going to make my predictions. But I just got fucking lazy and I didn't do it. However, I'm going to tell you what my prediction was. It was Sephiroth. So I guessed it completely. Yeah, I was right. You heard it here first. Michael was right. No, I'm joking. I was actually predicting Resident Evil characters for like the 4th time. Damn it, throw me a bone, Nintendo. I know like no one watches these videos. Like no one. Like this video will probably get 0 views until like fucking 4 days later. And then it'll have like 1 for the rest of eternity. But couldn't that 1 be someone very high up at Nintendo and just throw me a fucking bone? Thank you. Oh, and Capcom? You know, I talk a lot of shit about Capcom. I'm not crossing my fingers for that one. Hi there, Capcom. Yeah, no. Sephiroth, though, he was really fucking cool. I like how everyone was pissed off with, Hero's inclusion, because it's like, no more swords! When swords weren't really the problem, and I think Hero was just fucking amazing. Because he's not just a sword fighter. He's probably one of the most unique fighters in the game. And also, he's what my Resident Evil characters are founded on. But it would be so fucking cool. So basically, they got swords, they got spells, they got all these different things. But then everyone's fine when they see Sephiroth in the trailer. He's literally an anime swordsman. Get the fuck out. And if you play his moveset, they really lean into the sword way more than they did with Hero. In my opinion. Do I like this better than if they announced another Fire Emblem character? Fuck yeah. In fact, I like this better than if they announced anyone other than... So, you know what? Sora and Resident Evil are literally the only things that'd be better than this. So that's pretty good. Right there, right? You announce Gino and I'd immediately be disappointed. It's like, oh, fuck, fine. You guys win. That's a good win for you, but... Although I did kind of feel bad when Gino was made into a Mii fighter again. Because people were really wanting that Gino love. I'm happy that I don't have to put up with Gino taking up a slot. But I do feel bad for people who wanted Gino in there. Because, you know what, that's your Resident Evil character. My Resident Evil character still isn't in the game because my Resident Evil character is actually a Resident Evil character. But Gino is your Resident Evil character. So, yeah, I feel bad. But, yeah, I mean, Sephiroth, he's cool. I have a lot of fucking fun with him. I love his, like, shirtless variation, which apparently is from Advent Children. So you've got his normal outfit and then his shirtless variation, and he's just so cool. Oh, I don't really know how to go into it, but he's just so fucking cool. So fucking cool. But, yeah, so... By the way, I got into an argument with an idiot in the Mandalorian comment sections of a video. I'm ashamed to admit that. No harsh words were exchanged, but a lot of sarcasm.
We got this. 3, 2, 1.
Unrelated. I just really want to make a Mandalorian video. So I'm gonna do that later, after I rewatch it, because the finale was fucking fire. That finale though, it was honest. It was fucking it was on something. Honestly, it was fucking fire, dude. Oh, and especially that guy showing up at the end of the episode, coming out of his very like signature spaceship. He even brought along a signature, or like, you know, an iconic friend. I'm not gonna say who it is though, and that's gonna bug you. So go watch the fucking show, you. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Sora. No, not Sora. Sephiroth was great. Sephiroth is fire, dude. Fire, dude. So the yeah, his attacks are so long, dude. Like, he seems like he'd be busted, but when I'm playing as him, I don't really feel that. Although the matchup with Little Mac is completely fucked, and I'm glad. Little Mac has been a pain in my side for the better part of the last fucking century, honestly. But yeah, my brother is really good with Little Mac, and he's really good about spamming it, and all of his smash attacks have super armor, which pisses me off. And the thing is, though, he doesn't have a lot of range. So I figured, you know what, I'll be able to beat him if I play as Min Min. That was not the case. I'll be able to beat him if I play as Cloud. Not the case. I'm happy to report, though, my brother has no idea what the fuck to do when he's playing as Little Mac and I'm playing as Sephiroth. So I'll just use that matchup. It's a trick as old as time. Like, because when he's spamming forward smash, I have no idea what the fuck to do. I try to do anything, and he could just super armor through it. He literally, like, have you guys watched my videos? He literally doesn't have to do shit. I unfortunately don't have footage of this, but I probably will later on. He has no idea how to play Little Mac, but he knows how to play him toxically and how to abuse his power. So when I was playing Sephiroth, I unleashed the fucking god on him, and he had no idea what to do, and it felt so good. Finally, like, shitting, like, I decapitated him and shat down his neck. And that was after I gave him 4 spoons, told him to dig up his own grave, so that way I could shit on it when he was inside it. Case closed. But yeah, he dug a really shallow grave. You'd think with 4 spoons that'd have been enough. He kept breaking them like an idiot. So, you know, Sephiroth, like, he feels so good. He's got, like, there's just a lot of cool stuff. So, he gets, in his one-winged angel form, he gets faster, he gets stronger, he gets, he feels a lot more fluid. And also, I don't know how to activate Omni-Slash version 5. I tried doing that, and it didn't work. I selected the Advent Children outfit. I thought that would do it, and it didn't. So I'm gonna look that up real quick. But, yeah, I thought that was amazing. Also, I'm finally getting a shit ton of notifications for The Mandalorian. Yeah, I watched the episode twice. Thank you. The finale. But, yeah, dude, I mean, fucking, Sephiroth was just amazing to play. I don't know what it was. I'm not even big on Final Fantasy. I've played a little bit of Final Fantasy 3, but that's about it. However, I do want to get the Final Fantasy, I do want to get Final Fantasy 7 and the Final Fantasy 7 remake. So I'm working on that. Final Fantasy VII. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts, because Sephiroth and Cloud are in that too. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure out like what everything that Cloud and Sephiroth are in is, and then I'm gonna get some of that. I want to get the Advent Children movie, which I hear is garbage, so I'll just probably watch the fight scenes. That's what I've been told to do. And eventually, y'all watch the actual movie. Because I have the movie. Why wouldn't I eventually watch it? That's what I did with I saw a really bad review for Dragon Ball Resurrection F, so I just watched the fight scenes, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'll watch the actual movie. I have it. Why wouldn't I?" And then Advent Children. I'm gonna get the remake in the original Final Fantasy VII. I want to get Kingdom Hearts. But I gotta figure out which Kingdom Hearts because Cloud and Sephiroth are not in the third one. I mean, fuck it, if it's just one or the other, but one of them has Cloud and Sephiroth, and I want to play that. There's a fighting game called Dissidia, but I'm not really interested in it, and I don't even know where to get it. So, it's fine by me. I'll just chill out with Smash Bros. I get enough of it there, and if I really want to, there's enough content, theoretically, that I can just, get some Mii costumes, and get some, play on the stages, listen to those music, play with Cloud or whatever, and Sephiroth, and just do it that way. So I can basically just play Final Fantasy, the fighting game, without playing Dissidia. You know? That's, like, But yeah, we'll just see what I get for Christmas, you know? My parents wanted to get me a bunch of gifts, so... Well, everyone. Even I'm 18, so I'm glad. But, like... Yeah, they don't want me getting anything with my real money until Christmas, so that's kind of unfortunate. We'll just see what they have planned. Yeah. Oh, and dude, I just got, I know people don't generally talk about money on YouTube, but hey man, there's no rule against it, and I'm not making any money from YouTube. But at my job, I just got paid $250. That's the most I think I've ever got paid for anything, so that's cool. I only work like 2 hours a day, and my schedule's all over the place. So, but I get paid a little bit more than minimum wage. So I mean, that's awesome. Pretty fucking happy about that. Also, genuinely, I don't understand why minimum wage even exists. Because you're not living off of you're not living off of $7.25 an hour. There's no way. You could be working for 8 hours a day and work through the weekends, and still, there's no fucking way. We wonder why we have so many homeless. But it's because the minimum wage doesn't even work. What they should do... Look, this is not this is not here for that. But I'll get into that later. Anyways, back on Sephiroth. Yeah, his long-ass sword, he's literally just an anime swordsman. He's the most anime and the most swordsman we've had in a while. And just boost it up and... Like, dude, I really gotta fucking wonder why Byleth is even put in the game. Most disappointing character of all time. Except for maybe Min Min. I was hoping they could do some really cool stuff with Min Min, and I did not like that. So, yeah. I mean, I know you can't have just the crazy picks. But I mean, come the fuck on! Like Minecraft? The Minecraft characters, like Steve, Alex, Zombie, Enderman. the Joker from Persona 5, Ken from Street Fighter, Mega Man, Sephiroth. Any of those characters are way more interesting than another Nintendo character. I know Nintendo can do whatever they want, and I know it's easier for them to just put their characters in there, but I genuinely don't want another Nintendo character in the game. Gino, I think Gino deserves to be in the game. I don't really want them to bother with it, but I think Gino is interesting, even outside of being a Nintendo character. Gino just... Cool. Hold on, wait. Gino is like the most interesting character, and I feel like he deserves a place. And he goes beyond just another Nintendo character. But if you add in another Pokemon, I think you have too many Pokemon. You add in another fucking Fire Emblem character, there's gonna be hell to pay. But where we're at now, I mean, Gino works for me. Yeah, and another Final Fantasy character, and I'm going to be kind of disappointed, honestly. Because not only will I probably not be familiar with whoever they pick, you're really starting to get too many of the same worlds. Why don't you get Raiden from Metal Gear Rising? That's different. Like, Snake is a Metal Gear character, but you can have 2 characters, I think, for each franchise. You probably should have at least 2. But then, Deathstroke? I mean, not Deathstroke. Doom Guy? I'm looking at a thing that says Deathstroke. The, Doom Guy, he's a brand new world. And he'd be a unique fighter. But then Gino is like a blend of Final Fantasy with Mario creating something new. And Sora? Well, that's like a blend of Disney and Final Fantasy, because it kinda is. So, I mean... What the fuck? Just get someone that isn't an anime swordsman. Well, not like... do something different with an anime swordsman. I mean, if you get another character that's like Hero or Sephiroth, cool. But, like... just try to be original. Damn it, I can't find the audio recording that I need to delete. Vader, Star Wars Story, Ultimate Alliance 3, Not So Quick Thoughts, Titans, Batman Theory, the Infinity Stone still exists. Mandalorian versus Dark Knight. There we go. Delete. So... if that seems interesting, too bad, I've deleted it. JK. I already made it into a video. I just deleted the source recording. There we go. I'm gonna just shut down my computer real quick. So, like, the next Smash character should be something that plays very uniquely, is not a Nintendo character, is not from a world that's already supported in the game outside of spirits. I mean, if you have a River City Ransom character, yeah, the spirit is already there. So, I still think that that's a new world, because the spirit doesn't really... I don't really give a fuck if it's a spirit. I want to play it and play on a stage and have music. If you want to get fucking... Dude, I know the Sans thing was kind of a meme. But if you want to get fucking a Undertale or Deltarune character in Smash Bros. That's an actual character that comes with a stage and everything, I'm fine with that. You can do that. Because, again, it's a Mii fighter, even though it came with music and whatever. But... fucking... why not... why would you want to have fucking like, at this point, honestly, I'd be very disappointed if Waluigi came in the game. There, I said it. With Gino, it would be only kind of, maybe a little bit disappointing. With Waluigi, fuck no. They should have put him in the base roster. I do not like that idea. But, yeah, just go ahead and put my boy Leon Kennedy in there. Like all of the Resident Evil characters, in fact. Chris, Jill, Claire, and Leon. I would say Wesker too, but I genuinely don't think that would work. So, yeah. And yes, I know Chris, Jill, and Leon have spirits in the game, but as I said previously, I'm fine with that. Also, I said River City Ransom, but I was just, saying for any fucking random ass spirit. Because River City Ransom would actually be kind of disappointing. What is their moveset going to be? It'd just be fucking weird. But, yeah, so. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I gotta go. Bye.
Wait! Not him. It looks pretty damn similar.
There's the number, but why two?
Who knows? Come with me.
So I have a Star Wars game I'm thinking of. I have a bunch of DC and Marvel games I'm working on that I'm thinking of. Nothing is actually being coded, and I'm not going to code a whole lot because I don't need to get a cease and desist. I'm not even going to show it really, but I'm going to code like a presentation, enough of the game that for a demonstration, and then do pitch or whatever for it. Which means I need better fucking technology. Now that I think about it, my computer's fucked. So, didn't even think about that. I guess I can only really use 2 of my pitches then. But, anyways, I've been having writer's block on all of that. But I was watching a video by Globku, I don't really know what he calls himself, titled, What is Dragon Ball FighterZ 2? And he's talking about what warrants a sequel to Fighters. And me and my brother were talking about this a while ago. I was saying in the next one, instead of having so many clones, you could have like 2 clones. No, not 2 clones. They're not clones, rather, they're duplicates, I guess. Rather than having so many duplicates, you can have like 1 duplicate per character, since the transformations would be weird. And I think 2 transformations per character tops. You would need to raise their health, though, so that way they're not just wiped out instantly before even being able to upgrade. But like, you could have base Goku, and his first transformation, he would have Kaioken as a transformation, but his health would run down, and then he'd go Super Saiyan. And then you have Super Saiyan Goku, and he can go Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 4. Or maybe Super Saiyan Blue. I think Super Saiyan 4 would be cooler, though. But I think Blue is the more logical one. And so transformations, and yeah. And Chance was like, well, people would be pissed off if those playstyles were gone. And I'd be like, yeah, they wouldn't be gone, though. You could just access them by transforming. And he said people wouldn't like that either. But I'm like, you have to change. Basically, none of these ideas are actually any good to warrant a sequel. And people still have the other game. It's not like that's going anywhere. Sometimes changes need to be made. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite didn't have any of the X-Men characters or whatever, and people were pissed. Not because the gameplay styles were gone, but because the characters were gone. You could have Magneto and give him... that's a bad example. You could give... you could get rid of X-23 and then bring in Dakin and give Dakin X-23's moves, and that would piss people off because they don't want Dakin, they want X-23. They're like, why the fuck did you... It plays the same, but why the fuck is Dakin here? Right? Or, you could have the Deadpool from X-Men Origins in the game instead of the actual Deadpool. And for whatever reason, all of the moves are the same. The animations are just a bit different. So maybe frame data is different, but the playstyle is still the same. But it's like, why did you do that? Why the fuck did you think that was a good idea? Right? People aren't so concerned. Yes, in an ideal world, you can keep all that stuff. But then what constitutes a sequel? Why not just play the game that's already out? And then even then, you can go back to the game that's already there. Maybe that seems a little hypocritical because I was like, where are the fucking X-Men and Fantastic Four at? But ultimately, that's why I didn't buy Infinite when it came out. I waited until I could buy Marvel Ultimate Alliance, Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate 3, Ultimate Marvel 3. I went and bought that because I had my guys. That had my boys. I still play Infinite, and I still play 3. But I wanted Wolverine, so I played 3. Made sense to me. If Dragon Ball FighterZ didn't have my playstyle, then I just go, or Dragon Ball FighterZ 2 didn't have my playstyle, then I just go back to Dragon Ball FighterZ 1. Not the end of the world. Right? Am I the only one who thinks that? Like, if Dragon Ball FighterZ 1 just disappears off the face of the fucking earth and your playstyle is not in Dragon Ball FighterZ 2, well, fuck. Alright? Well, fuck. That sucks. But FighterZ isn't going anywhere, to my knowledge. And you just make it backwards compatible on the next-gen consoles. Or you re-release it on the next-gen consoles. Because now that I think about it, FighterZ 2 would probably be on the next-gen. But then, you know, a better story would be cool. Playing through not only being able to play through the events of, some of the events of Dragon Ball previously, and even GT and Super, which haven't really been put into video games yet. I say really, because I play a lot of Dragon Ball games. All of them have Dragon Ball Z, like 1 or 2 of them that I've played have GT, and only a fucking mobile game that I played has Z, or Super. So, so yeah, I seriously played 2 games that had GT. That was Ultimate Tenkaichi and one of the Budokai games, I think. By the way, where the fuck is Ultimate Tenkaichi? That game was my fucking jam. It probably isn't as good anymore. Or it probably isn't as good as I remember it being, but it used to be my fucking jam. And even then it didn't really have GT. It just had like elements of it, but you still play through those events, sort of. But yeah, and then Super? I guess Super has like 3 dramatic finishes in... No, 4? 4 or 5 dramatic finishes in Fighters, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's a cutscene. Which... Fuck, I sound stupid, but you know what I mean. And then more stages need to be added in the sequel. All of the previous characters and stages, minus the duplicates, and add some more stages and characters. So add Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Because those characters are not getting added into the game, let me tell you. Then add some new characters. Like, dude, get Super Saiyan Vegito, and you can have him transform into Super Saiyan 4 and then Super Saiyan Blue.
He's my bodyguard, if you must know.
That'd be lit. So yeah, and then you could have, I guess you can have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so he gets 2 duplicates, and then he turns into Super Saiyan 4 and then Ultra Instinct and stuff like that. But transformations that actually change your moves and stuff, and change how they work, at the very least change how they work. I would prefer each transformation get a new auto combo as well, but that's not necessary, I guess. But it would be sick, right? Sorry if you guys can hear my mom and dad's TV show. Really good show. Chicago Fire, but it's a bit loud. So, yeah, so if you're wondering what the fuck's going on in the background, no, there's not some sort of robbery or something. Nothing's on fire. It's just the TV show. Because, man, then there would be like a Marina Joyce conspiracy theory. Remember those? That was weird. But yeah, then, you know, I think more towers and more skins, or towers and actual skins. And then, have side stories. So, the main story, you know, that has more effort put into it, cutscene-wise, and the main story is probably Dragon Ball Z, I guess? But then, for side stories, you have, like... So let's say the Dragon Ball Z story is like 4 hours. Well, and it has 30 cutscenes. Well, Dragon Ball Classic would be 2 hours and it'd have 15 cutscenes. And then Dragon Ball GT would be 3 hours and have 20 cutscenes. That kind of thing. And then the final story would be probably like another 2 hours, but it would be like a crossover of all of the stories. However, it takes place during Super. Wouldn't that be sick? It's like time converging on itself, like folding in. So you have GT characters and classic characters showing up in Super. So like a young Bulma, like a young Bulma, and then Kid Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. What's one of the androids? He looks like Frankenstein. I always forget what his name is. But he would be there. Yeah, and stuff like that. And so then you'd have... Oh, you could also add 2 Yamchas. I know that sounds stupid compared to what I was saying before. But 2 Yamchas, let me hear me out. One of them has a fucking sword. That would be the classic Yamcha. And the other has like the scarred face and stuff. It's the one that we're familiar with. Or that everyone's familiar with, I guess. So you have classic, because people don't really give a fuck about Dragon Ball Classic. It's something I've noticed. I have straight never played a game that had Dragon Ball Classic in it. Maybe some elements were in it, were in the game, but you never, like for instance, Kakarot, it has all of those classic characters that I just mentioned, the obscure ones. So it had, what the fuck is his name? His name is Ader. I was never going to remember that. So Ader, the Native American looking guys, you know, all of them. I think that'd be cool. Also, I think the crossover story, the Convergence one, should star Trunks mostly. And then Trunks could have, also it'd be cool if you could play as Goten and Trunks. Like, it'd be cool if they start out as, like ice climbers type characters where you're controlling 2 of them. And then you can make them go Super Saiyan. And then you can make them fuse into Super Gotenks as their transformations. Wouldn't that be sick? So just add some mechanical diversity and make those characters, like new characters and stuff. And I think what they should do is have, so you have a completely different style for Goten and Trunks. And then you have, like, so when you start out, you're playing as Trunks. when you make them go Super Saiyan, Goten takes the lead. And so they're they have different styles. And then when you fuse, it's the same style as in the first Dragon Ball Fighters. He has the Super Saiyan 3 and everything. I think that'd be sick. What the fuck was that? So, yeah, that'd be sick, right? Oh, and then there are 2 Krillins. And then you have other characters. Like, dude, I want to either have the dramatic finish of, I keep forgetting the characters' names. Tambourine. Yeah, the obscure characters, I mean. It'd be cool if you had a dramatic finish of Tambourine killing Krillin. And then you had one of Krillin being like, "Gotcha, bitch," and then he kills it. Like the what ifs that they had in the classic fighters. So, or like the other fighters, like Bardock winning against Frieza or Yamcha winning against Nappa. Like, I always wanted more of those. So yeah, also I think remixed music would be sick. Like, I didn't really like a lot of the music that was put into the game. But the Fighters Cup remixes, do something like that. Those were amazing. They had Broly, Goku, and Gogeta. And those were pretty cool. If you could ever hear them over your battle. So yeah, yeah, I always thought that stuff was really cool. So, what do you guys think about all these ideas? I think I'm missing some. Skins. We need skins. And I think transformations should also change clothes. Because you could do, you could have Kid Goku, and he would transform into Super Saiyan 3, and he'd be wearing his GT outfit, and then he'd transform into Super Saiyan 4. Or something, something like that. Maybe not. You know what? If you keep the Super Saiyan 3, then Super Saiyan 4, and then Ultra Instinct Goku, that I suggested earlier, you could have a Super Saiyan 4 Kid Goku. Wouldn't that be sick? But yeah, you have the GT stuff. And I think it should start him out with the outfit he was wearing in the Classic series. But then he has his GT outfit that we see in Dragon Ball FighterZ as is. And then he has the Super Saiyan 4 whatchamadu. Like, people... Like, when I was talking to Chance, I was like, dude, why don't the characters have different outfits when they're in their different forms? And Chance is like, I don't really think it's that big a deal. So I was like, alright, just imagine Super Saiyan 4 Goku wearing exactly what he's wearing in this game. What Super Saiyan Blue Goku's wearing in this game. And he'd be like, yeah, or he was like, yeah, alright, that's kind of weird. Still saying it didn't matter that much, but I'm like, come on, man. All of the characters are wearing the same outfits. Except for Vegeta, who has, like, he lost his shoulder pads. Big whoop. But if he had, I actually don't know what Vegeta could do that's different, aside from colors, and colors are already a thing. But Goku? Goku has worn a lot of different suits over the years. Why not let him do that? And I mean, so Goku's got the orange gi, then he's got the blue undershirt or whatever. Well, in Resurrection F, his gi is a darker shade of orange and it does not have the undershirt. And then Whis had also signed his signature or whatever on the gi. So fighters just kept his outfit as was. Like, what the fuck, dog? That always bothered me, that the characters are wearing the same outfits. Like, duplicates wouldn't have bothered me as much as they did when I first got the game. They don't bother me anymore, but they did bother me back then, and they wouldn't have so much so if they at least had different outfits. I know with Vegeta that's difficult, as I just mentioned, although you could have Badman as one of them, the shirt. But with Goku, I was like, why the fuck is he wearing the same thing? I mean, just imagine if Frieza's armor, was the same as his base form as it is in his final form. Because he's wearing armor. According to Xenoverse, that's actually armor. I could be wrong. Maybe I interpreted Xenoverse the wrong way, what it said, but from my understanding and interpretation of the description of the armor you can buy, Frieza's wearing armor under there. It's like he's not naked. Or not under there, he's wearing armor over him. So he's not naked. And the armor is actually very obvious with Cooler. You know how he's got that mouth thing? Wouldn't that be kind of weird if that was just his mouth that did that? That'd be fucking bizarre. And then you could also buy outfits. Alright, now they're kind of loud. But you could actually buy different outfits and stuff for your characters. Maybe with real money, maybe not. I'd prefer not. Real money is kind of understandable, as long as you don't overprice it. But I mean, just imagine if in Super Smash Brothers, Mario had a bunch of a bunch of different clones, and they all wore the same colors. I'm not talking about that possibly being confusing, but I'm just thinking, why? Why would you do that? In fact, just imagine it as if Dr. Mario looked like regular Mario. Why would you do that? Eliminate the confusion factor, and why would you do that? So, yeah. I'm gonna make a Kingdom Hearts video later, but, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about all of this. Did I raise any good points? Did I not? What's the consensus here? Later.
Shiny? Those are portable adhesive solar panels.
Ooh, portable shiny.
Do you have tickets for the special exhibit?
Oh, our project is on display. Didn't think we needed tickets.
You do, and we're sold out. Can't let you go upstairs.
Thanks anyway. So we need another way in.
She said there's no more tickets.
Right, but see that door? The hallway behind it wraps around to the elevator.
Can't just break in. Locked.
I recognize that kind of lock. If you shine a light at it, it'll open.
The flashlight's on.
Alright, laundry. We got a new washer and stuff, so hopefully it's not too loud. Can you guys hear me fine? Cool. So, I was talking to my dad and my mom, and they agreed with everything I said until the final thing. And I got this from a Captain Midnight video. Basically, let's just pretend I didn't give an introduction, and we'll just go into the questions. If you're framed for murder, you're expected to show up at trial. If you're at trial, you're expected to have a lawyer. Guess who's a lawyer? Matt Murdock. Guess who's been framed for murder? SpiderMan. Daredevil confirmed for SpiderMan 3. The fuck? That's all I'm saying, guys. Think about it. Daredevil confirmed.
Whoa, man. Sorry.
All good?
I still need something reflective.
Look how the external tools interface directly with the command module's computer. We could recreate the idea, but with a neural interface.
You know what? Let's take this shit a step further. If you're branded a murderer, you're considered a criminal. You know who punishes criminals and lives only a block away from Spider-Man? The Punisher. Punisher confirmed for Spider-Man 3.
Hey, look. Solar mirrors. And sticky on the back.
Perfect for tricking a light-sensitive lock. Take one. I'll put the sticker on the metal. Let's go. I've got the light. Tell me when the sticker's pointed at the sensor, and I'll turn it on.
No one's looking at us yet. Gotta hurry.
Need something else. We gotta try again. No, not quite. That worked! We did it! That was awesome. I'm gonna miss doing stuff like this with you.
What are you talking about?
Hello? You'll be at Brooklyn Visions next week. I won't.
I'm not gonna vanish off the planet. We'll still hang out.
You'll be busy.
Not that busy. I'm gonna make time for us. Seriously.
Okay. Ugh, this is getting mushy. Come on, let's head upstairs.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Miles.
Hi, Mr. Davis.
Finn says hi.
You kids having fun? Make sure you get a picture of your project.
Dad, it's not a big deal.
It's totally a big deal.
Okay, okay. We'll get a picture. Love you, Dad. Bye.
This is it. Our project's in the back.
Think they got a converter all hooked up?
Otherwise, what's the point? They'll need to feed biomass in, though. Maybe hook it up to a trash can.
Nuclear energy is the key to our
Oscorp
future
nuclear
as we
reactor.
explore interstellar
Rick's working on something that's supposed to make nuclear energy obsolete.
Do we get to know what it is?
Nope. Roxxon's keeping it super secret.
The Oscorp Science Station, positioned at one of two stable Lagrange points between Earth and the Moon, could one day be a permanent home for human scientists and explorers.
Man, it'd be so cool to live on a space station.
Our project.
Oh, wait! Would you look at that? Genuine award-winning scientists.
No one told us we were in the special exhibit. Ticket only.
How'd you get in?
I bought a ticket. How'd you get in?
Not important.
Hey, huddle up. We need a picture.
You gotta be in it too. You helped us get it working.
Okay, fine. Scoot over. All right. Say alleles!
I am not saying that.